Two hitmen who stabbed schoolboy Amir Siddiqui to death in a case of mistaken identity are found guilty of his murder. Amir was killed in front of his parents on their doorstep. His family have spoken of their grief.
He was the heartbeat of our family, but his warmth, love, affection and humour touched many, many people.
Top Scotland Yard officer April Casburn is jailed on corruption charges. It's the first conviction in the wake of the phone hacking scandal. At least 2 people are feared dead in Turkey after a suspected suicide bombing outside the US Embassy in the capital, Ankara. David Cameron calls for a focus on extreme poverty in African nations as he co-chairs UN talks on international development targets.
But I also think it's important we look at those things that keep countries poor: conflict, corruption, lack of justice, lack of the rule of law.
And urgent tests are taking place as hundreds of birds are washed ashore along the south coast of England, covered in a sticky glue-like substance.
And coming up in sport on the BBC News Channel, slippery slope to success. Shelley Rudman has won British Skeleton's first ever Women's World Championship gold.
Hello, welcome to the BBC News at 1. 2 hitmen who stabbed a schoolboy to death in a case of mistaken identity have been found guilty of his murder. Ben Hope and Jason Richards, both from Cardiff, were each paid £1,000 to kill a man who lived nearby. But the killers, both high on drugs, went to the wrong address and murdered 17-year-old Amir Siddiqui in front of his parents. Speaking a few moments ago, Amir's sister said he'd been the heartbeat of the family. Harold Griffith is in Swansea Crown Court for us with more. Harold.
Yes, Amir Siddiqui was a young man who had a bright future ahead of him. But that future was cut short in a matter of seconds when he became the unintended victim of a contract killing. Today, his 2 killers stared and looked